In this video, I'm going to discuss and demonstrate the techniques that I use that can help you mask up and go on air faster. Why is it important to be able to mask up quickly?
Units from G1IC 223. I got reports of a trapped subject to the back of the house. I've got one attack line pulled to the front door right now. We're going to make entry to perform a rescue. Go ahead, come on in. This is fire attack. We have one victim. Simple enough. Fire attack 229. Copy. One victim in the back. We'll be coming up to assist. 221 stage.
Now that I've set the stage for this training video, I'm going to take you through the equipment and the techniques that I use that have helped to improve my times. Obviously, what I do may or may not work for you. In the end, there are a lot of different factors that will play a role in how quickly you can mask up. One of the biggest factors is going to be your equipment, including the type of helmet you have, your firefighting hood, the gloves you wear, and the make and model of your S.C.B.A. More specifically is the facepiece itself. Regardless of your equipment and the techniques you use, the final steps for masking up shouldn't take you any longer than 20 to 30 seconds. At the very least, those steps would involve 3 moves: donning your facepiece, your hood, and your helmet. That would be taking into account that your S.C.B.A. is already on your back, all the straps are fastened and secured, your cylinder valve is all the way open, your MMR is pre-connected to your facepiece, and you have your gloves on when you're coming off the rig. So you're masking up with your gloves in place. Those 3 moves, facepiece, hood, and helmet, shouldn't take you any longer than 20 seconds. At the very most, the final steps for masking up shouldn't involve any more than 6 moves. Beyond your facepiece, hood, and helmet, the extra steps will be opening up your cylinder valve, connecting your MMR to your facepiece, and put your gloves on. Those 6 moves combined shouldn't take you any longer than 30 seconds. The problem is that you still see a lot of firefighters that take 45 seconds or longer to mask up and go on air. Now you can argue that extra time isn't going to make that big of a difference one way or another at most of the incidents that we respond to. However, if you ever report a victim's trapped, that extra 15 seconds, 30 seconds or more may mean the difference between a successful search and rescue and one that ends up being a body recovery. So regardless of whether time is a factor or not, masking up is a basic skill that every single firefighter should be an expert at, so you're able to do it quickly when time is a factor. With that being said, let's take a closer look at all the steps involved.
When lives hang in the balance, seconds can count. Here's what you can do to improve your times.
The first element I want to talk about is your firefighting gloves. The type of gloves you have, how they fit, the dexterity that they provide, and how you decide to carry them will definitely play a role in how fast you're able to mask up. Now I carry my gloves in a Velcro strap on my escape belt. And when I get a report of a fire, I put my gloves on en route. When I go to mask up though, I take my left glove off and put it in between my knees with my palm facing to the right. By taking one glove off, this gives me better dexterity and makes it easier for me to find the opening in my hood and put it on over my facepiece. By placing a glove in between my knees, this gives me better control and allows me to mask up in any location and in any position. Obviously taking a glove off and putting it back on costs me time, but what I found by doing so is that I'm able to mask up more cleanly and more consistently without making any major mistakes. If you're able to mask up with both your gloves on, you're definitely ahead of the game. However, if you're one of those firefighters that prefers to mask up with your gloves off, that's fine as well. The only thing that I would recommend is that when you go to remove your gloves, however you decide to carry them, just don't throw them down haphazardly. If you do that, in your haste to put them back on, you may grab the wrong glove or grab it upside down, which could cause you to get frustrated and lose time. To help avoid this, one thing you can do is take your gloves and put them underneath your knees. For example, your left glove under your left knee, your right glove under your right knee, palm up or palm down, or you could take your gloves, place them together, and put them in between both your knees. This will allow you to maintain better control, and it'll make it easier for you to put your gloves on without making any mistakes. These little subtleties will definitely help with your consistency and in turn save you time. The next piece of equipment that I want to talk about is a facepiece. On both my volunteer and career departments, we use MSA. And one nice feature about MSA is that they provide 2 different lengths of adjustment straps, a long and a short. The facepiece comes standard with 2 long straps, and what I did to improve my times is that I replaced them with 2 short ones. By doing so, I was able to convert my facepiece into an easy don. By having a short strap at the temple, I don't have to adjust it. It stays just like you see here. By having a short strap at the chin, I only have to pull and tighten it a little bit to get a good seal. So by replacing long straps with 2 short ones, I'm not only able to don my facepiece faster and more efficiently, but it's also easier for me to don my hood. One of the problems that you'll notice with face pieces that have longer straps or ones that get stretched out is that they can interfere with your hood getting a seal around the lens of your mask. And you can see here just how much the straps actually stick out. Versus a mask with shorter straps, nothing sticks out. So it's a lot easier for you to don your hood and get it dressed out around the skirt with a mask that has shorter straps. The other thing that I do to improve my times is I pre-connect my MMR. Now one of the questions you may have is, what about a seal check? Well, on my career department, I check out my S.C.B.A. and facepiece, including performing a seal check at the start of my shift, to make sure nothing is compromised in any way, shape, or form. On my volunteer department, I'll check out my S.C.B.A. and facepiece en route. So by conducting these steps beforehand, I don't have to worry about performing them when I'm getting ready to enter the structure or hazard area. As far as donning, some firefighters like to fold the harness over the lens of their mask. Now there's really nothing wrong with this technique, it's just that for me, it's just not as fast and efficient. What I prefer to do is leave the harness just like you see here, without folding it over the lens. When I go to don my mask, I take my middle and index fingers and I grab the inside of the skirt like you see here. I use my thumbs then to stretch out the harness to enlarge the opening so I can get the mask over the back of my head. I follow up by stretching down to get my chin in place, and then to finish I'll take my index finger and thumb and I'll grab the tabs like you see here. To tighten, I just pull straight back. For me, this technique is very fast and efficient. The other thing that's nice about it is that you can perform it while wearing both your gloves. Here's what it looks like.
Grab the inside of the mask with your middle and index fingers. Use your thumbs to stretch out the harness to get the mask over your head, and then pinch the adjustment tabs at your chin with your index finger and thumb to pull back and tighten.
The third piece of equipment that I want to talk about is your firefighting hood. Obviously there are a lot of different ones on the market. One thing that I would recommend is that you go with a little longer hood. This will give you more material underneath your coat and will reduce the likelihood of you pulling your hood out of your collar when you go to don it over your facepiece. Another important element is the elastic surrounding the opening to your face. The better the condition and quality of this elastic, the better the fit and seal that you'll have with your hood around your adjustment straps and the lens of your facepiece. If your elastic is starting to get worn or stretched out, then it's going to be time to replace your hood. Beyond the type of hood you have and the condition and quality of the elastic, another important factor that will play a role in how fast you're able to mask up is how you don your hood.
One of the mistakes firefighters sometimes make is when they go to put their hood on, they'll immediately pull it over the back of their head and then don their coat over the top of it. The problem with this technique is now your coat and collar completely cover up your hood. So when you go to don your hood over your facepiece, you have to dig underneath your collar to locate it. As a result, you may pull out more hood than you want to, which could cause you to expose the back of your neck and increase your chance of getting burned. The preferred method is to put your hood on and not pull it over the back of your head. You would then don your coat while keeping your hood in place. Once you close your coat up and adjust the neck as you see fit, you can pull your hood back, which will keep it over the top of the collar. This will make it easier for you to locate your hood so you can don it over your facepiece. As mentioned earlier, I take my left glove off when masking up. This gives me better dexterity. I use the thumb on my left hand to locate the opening of my hood. As I stretch it over the top, I insert the thumb on my gloved hand and pull the hood over the front of my facepiece. I then use my middle and index fingers to stretch the hood over my adjustment straps. With the hood secure, I place my helmet on top, dress out the ear flaps, and tighten the neck strap.
The last piece of equipment that I want to talk about is a helmet. I wear a Paul Conway American Classic composite, and just like pretty much every other modern day helmet, it has a ratchet that allows you to customize the fit. I use a ratchet to pre-size my helmet to fit over my facepiece and hood when I'm masking up. To do this, you don your facepiece, hood, and helmet with the ear flaps on the outside. You then adjust your ratchet until your helmet fits comfortably and securely without being too tight. And that's it. It's as simple as that. Your helmet is pre-sized. The advantage of this procedure is that after you mask up, you don't have to make any additional adjustments to your ratchet. You just put your helmet on and you're good to go. And this is where you can save additional time. When you want to wear your helmet normally, to take up the space and the additional material that you pre-sized your helmet for, specifically the harness of your facepiece and your hood, you just take your ear flaps and you put them back on the inside. This will allow your helmet to fit comfortably and securely without being too loose. When you know you're going to be masking up, you just pull your ear flaps back out. So you can see, if you pre-size your helmet properly, you'll never have to adjust your ratchet ever again. The other thing that I do to improve my times is I keep my helmet or neck strap connected and all the way open with just a tab for me to grab and tighten. When I'm going to be masking up, I'll take my left hand, I'll grab the helmet strap and pull it underneath my chin, and then I'll use my right hand to drop the helmet over the back of my head. If you're a larger firefighter or someone that has a big neck or shoulders, You might not be able to perform this move, but for me it works very well. By not having to set my helmet down, just like my glove, this gives me better control. So I literally can mask up in any location or position. Whether I'm on a ladder, whether I'm standing, kneeling, or in a restricted area, it doesn't matter. Once I don my facepiece and hood, I'll put my helmet back on, make sure everything's secure and dressed out. I'll re-don my left glove, and then I can make entry into the structure or hazard area. So with practice, I've been able to reduce the final steps of masking up down to 3.5 moves.
Now that we've taken a closer look at the 4 major items of your equipment, specifically the gloves, mask, hood, and helmet, let's see all the steps combined together again one more time at full speed. Remember, as the saying goes, don't just practice until you get it right. Practice until you can't get it wrong. Good luck, and thanks for watching.